It's 10 Toes Tuesday. We just got done with Easter, so about when this video is made. Over the weekend, a lot of things happened, and it started me rethinking things that you may have thought yourself. As soon as your mother and father, or your mother, or whatever your birth story is, has you, your clock starts ticking. You don't know what kind of dice you'll receive. Are you going to live to be 80? Are you going to live to be 8? You don't know. Some of us, because I don't think all of us have this, but some of us are able to make choices. You go by the matrix, you've got the red pill and the blue pill. Or you have door number 1, door number 2. And those choices sometimes determine the length of your life. I will buy into that aspect. I think that we do have a end, and I think that is somewhat determined, but I think our actions and how we live our lives sometimes say how long that will be. And only the great architect actually knows when that'll be. This weekend, if you've watched the news, the Pope died. I think he was in his popehood, or whatever it's called, for 12 years or so. There's another aspect that happened to me, and Pope is a good man. I don't want to see anybody die, but I didn't know him. Sunday, same date as the Pope died, my nephew died. And my sister sent out a Facebook message saying that he had passed. She called me, and so I was wondering why she had called, because I hadn't been on Facebook. I was getting some things done around the house, and I was trying to relax a little bit. But she called me. Usually when she calls, there's trouble. And not trouble in a bad way all the time, but she needs some help. This was one of those occasions. I answered the phone. Her voice was gargled, and she was trying to talk to me, and then the phone hung up. I become really worried then. Now, mind you, I didn't know yet that he had passed. I hung up the phone, went to call her back. My daughter sent me a text with the screenshot from Facebook saying that my nephew had passed. That's how I initially found out. I called my mother, and she answered the phone, gave her phone to my sister, and we talked. She was real calm. It's one of those calms where you know that person is grieving, and you know that they're going through something, and they're trying to be brave. Your son has just passed. I asked a dumb question. Are you okay? She said, yes, she was okay. I need to process this now. So we kind of hung up the phone. And it got me to thinking, what's going on in her mind? Is she blaming herself? Yes, she was. Is there anything else I could have done? Why did I do this? Why didn't I spend more time? It's those type of things that run through your mind. So I called her back and I said, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. You did everything that you could have done. She is a good mother. There's nothing else that you could do. Don't put that blame on yourself. And a lot of times that's what we do. Now, in regards to my nephew, he was a special needs child. He would have been 27. He lived a lot longer than what I thought that he would live. My sister, again, we've talked about her before. She has MS, and now she has a special needs child. And he was a big guy. He was about 6 foot, 6'1", so taller than me, and about 215, 220, but a good solid 215, 220. He would have probably done some sports and things, but he was blind and he couldn't talk. And he had gone through some things during his life. He had a lot of brain surgeries, a lot of ear surgeries, because he is special needs and he could not talk and he could not see. There were a few facilities that he was at when he got older that they semi-abused him. And that's what really, hurts. One thing I don't like, it's child molesters, child abusers. That is on the top of my list. But between my sister and my parents, you got to understand, that's hard. And they're taking care of this child and loving this child the way that they could. He's growing and he's excited to learn what he can. He learned some sign language. He had a job. The facility that he ended up at for adults was really good. He had his own place. He was semi-self-sufficient. And you may not have thought it, but he was smart. He was living life. You know what I mean? He was living life. And then we get to, let's say, me or other people that I've seen this weekend. They're just take everything for granted. Just laziness at its finest. We become the laziest versions that we can on a lot of things, while other people are fighting for life. They're happy to have a job. They're happy to be functioning. And they may not be what we consider all there are mentally incapacitated, but they're doing it. This weekend, I heard a guy say that he was so lazy that he was too lazy to stand up and pee, that he sits down. Now, that is a prison thing. You do sit down in prison or in jail to pee, but to be out in the free world with no reason besides you're just lazy and you're proud of that, people would kill to have eyesight, to be able to talk, to be normal. And we take those things for granted. I feel that he stood 10 toes down. I feel that he led his best life. By now, most people have clicked off, but if you're staying with me, just rock with me for a little bit longer. If you are able-bodied, because we don't know when that time is gonna come, when our time is up, determine today to have your best day today, and then kick it off into the next day. If you wanna lose some weight, get excited about losing weight and know that it's gonna be hard. There's somebody out there that can't see to lift those weights. You know your diet's bad. You know you can live a little bit longer. Cut back on some stuff. Start making today the best day of your life. I've got a story about my sister and where we went to school and how nice she is. Like most people, she doesn't like violence. She didn't want to get me involved, but she's a good mom. So you got to think for her to have MS, have a special needs child, had 2 and 3 jobs, figure out how to take care of her child, how to take care of herself, afford her medicine, his medicine, have a place to stay. That's a lot for anybody. That's 10 toes down to me. She said she'd keep her head up. I'm gonna
the left lane.
Check on her. I'm gonna make sure that she's okay. That takes some strength. Not a lot of people can do that. I couldn't do it. I can tell you that right now. I shouldn't say I couldn't. I wouldn't want to do it. And I don't think that she, that's how she mapped out her life, or that's how anybody maps out their life. But she took on that test. That's the hand that she was dealt, and she did it. I see people that don't even want to work one job. They want everything given to them. And that's not being 10 toes down. I don't know when my time is up. I've lost best friend 1 year, lost my second best friend and my brother 2 years ago. I lose my nephew 2 days ago. It's a lot of twos, but you know what? We're gonna get through it. If my sister can get through it, whatever you're going through may be hard. I hope that you can muster up some strength and say, hey, I can get through this. If I can have MS and work 3 jobs, have a child with special needs, what am I complaining about? I've got a 6-hour shift. I want some more money, but I want to go home and watch TV. Whatever the excuse may be. And no, I'm not preaching at you or to you or anything like that. I'm just telling you what's on my mind. But that's what goes through my mind right now. I'm getting ready to go down here to a lacrosse game. I don't want to go, but in order to do what I need to do, I have to study this game, I have to go to these games, run these games, get this money, and I strive every day to do something productive. I strive every year. I make goals and things. because I could be in that situation and I don't know what I would do in that situation. I don't think anybody knows except for the people that are in there. She's strong and she'll keep pushing on. Hey, stand 10 toes down on something. For God's sakes, stand 10 toes down on something. With that, whatever day you're watching this, whatever time, I hope you made it to the end. And until next time, and like we always say, there will be a next time. I hope you have a good day. I hope you do something productive. I hope this adds some type of perspective into your life. Big Unc, out.